Here we go. Then get this thing to play. All right. There we go.
Where's time gone to? Ms. Picanzel is feeling poorly. I promised I'd... You gentlemen, excuse me.
I'm going to rewind that just for a quick sec. This is funny. This just has to do with some things that I'm setting up for. I want to get involved in this here real quick.
Me to be a party to the hiring of a professional gunfighter.
Well, maybe you'd like to go out there and stand them off yourself, preacher.
I'm just a simple man of God.
Well, it's time we unsimplified you, Reverend. Borders, Morris, and Short were professional gunfighters on the payroll of the Lago Mining Company to protect our interests and the interests of this town, which are identical. They stood around drinking beer and looking snotty for a full year. Then one day before we actually needed the bastards, they managed to get themselves killed. So if you've got a suggestion, we'd be delighted to hear it. Otherwise, take your conscience elsewhere while we think about saving your ass.
For heaven's sakes, where's time gone to, huh?
Where has time gone to? And that's where we'll pick up and take it from the big D there. I'm gonna get my stuff together and go out here. This big D from Tennessee. The purpose of this video is to not harass, murder, maim, or mutilate anybody. Just simply to clarify some issues that need to be clarified in the opinion of one author of this grand YouTube channel, who is going to be coming out and doing a nighttime Sunday night video of my weekly update, my newspaper update, of course, as well as the evening philosopher man cave hour with the big D from Tennessee. Now, keep in mind I have you right in my sights, folks. You're right there. Remember, the big D's watching. I'm just in starlight out here tonight, and I'm going to let you listen to some of the crickets, some of the chirping sounds of nature, wherever your ears are able to pick them up. I'm just using my cell phone tonight for recording, and I'm just doing this raw, live on YouTube. You'll catch it whenever. Tonight is the 2nd of September, the beginning week, or the first night of the new week that we record as weeks, that heads us into the week that I'll be taking off and heading up to DC for the Moore Conference, or the Moore Rally and Conference, and gathering, if you will, of the tribes and sorts. And I wanted to make sure that everybody had a very clear yet precise and concise understanding of my intents along the way as I work this forward from here. I'm not going to say exactly my trip plans and everything, but just plan on being up there and having a good time and enjoying it and getting to meet some people, and announcing that this will be the launch of my official launch of my 2019 tour that will officially start next year. There's no better place to launch this tour for the Warriors tour than a continuation of the DC rally that I'm headed up to, and more up to the Moore rally up in DC. It will happen on the 8th, and take it from there. The way that the boss worked this out, I think it's a real pleasant way that means a lot to me. I didn't really plan that part of it. It would just happen. It just seemed to happen that way, but it was something that I knew was going to be grand. It was going to be able to happen. That I was told something was coming. It was going to happen in the time frame of this fall that would be able to catapult this next step to the 4 Elijah moment on the planet. Now, keep in mind, I just want to interject here just a little note. And remember, folks, I'm obviously doing this by myself. I don't have a gathering of sorts of people that are promoting me in any way, fashion, shape, or form, other than comments and likes and so on and so forth. People that follow my YouTube channel and have worked this into this frenzy and trough for this process now, really, that I've really started it now for pretty much about 2 years, really officially. Be officially 2 years this year, but I kind of really officially launched it 4 years ago out here in my backyard. And it's just continued to this point. I mean, this is something that's just driving me. I've got nothing to gain or lose out of this. This is something I think is just, I don't know, a way, a play, an event. It's something that could happen, the potential of the interest of things that obviously have the ears and eyes on me about this are large and labyrinth, and with regards to the coalition that I build on Twitter and other places. This isn't something that I have a desire to go out there and take my sword of Elijah and go out there and cut a bunch of people's heads off. That's just, anybody that knows me knows that. I'm a married man. My wife and I struggle with some things because she just has some trouble waking up into some more revelations that she needs to wake up into. But other than that, we're very happily married. We're very, very congenial people. When I say congenial, I just mean cohabitating as genes, and love partners in life with issues and stuff that we have, because there's just some things that we have to work out, like anyone. And you never stop working things out. I don't want to hear from anybody. Donald Trump has been married to his second, third wife, whatever, fourth wife, or whatever she's been for all these years, and he's still got stuff he's got to deal with. So nobody's going to get to take the right away from me to have a sin or two and three or four or a dozen thousand in my life, and no more than anybody else that eats babies or makes pizza sauce out of their blood or drinks their damn blood or sacrifices a baby on Black Sunday in some freaking Culver Canyon somewhere in a damn castle that says he has the right to judge me if I do something stupid or not. Because that's what this is coming to. And so that's what this means. This dance has already started, if you will. I mean, the 4 Elijah moment has been on the earth for quite a few years now, at least in me. And yes, it's taken me 33 years to put this together. It'll be 34 years on the 4th of this month, in a couple of days from now. And can I be crazy? I can be I tell everybody knows me, knows I can be I tell everybody I can be the craziest person on the planet if you want me to be. But I'd prefer to be love, and I'd prefer to be light and show and shine what should be shined in the darkness. And so that's why I'm doing these dark little videos and recordings and Dan ways of, making everybody understand that I'm here. I'm a real deal. I'm no drone. I might be a starry-eyed individual, but I'm no drone. And I could be a naughty beaver too. But the reality is that I'm Dan, and I'm here in this form and in this flesh with this spirit to try to get the world to see something that it is going to see, and it can't take my rights away from me to do it. So sometimes after I've been dealing with issues or somebody about something that might have stuck in my craw for a day or so, it might come out in a video recording a little bit about something that I might talk about. But with my vulgarity and my brazenness and my bluntfulness and my downright in-your-facedness about pushing something on me that's just not going to be pushed is the reason why I'm not pushing anything on anybody but this. Because this is in your face. This is in your face, America. This is in your face, UN. This is in your face, China, Russia, all of you. I ain't afraid of any of you. What do I got to be afraid of? You're going to kill me? Whoopee frickin' ding dong. The next time I'm coming back as a giant and I'll just kick more of your asses. So just get used to it. This is in your face, and I want you to deal with this. You have got to deal with this, world. You understand the big D? You got to deal with this. This is like coming in your face. This is in your face. And I've got plenty of help out there to make it happen. Trust me. This isn't funny. I don't like this. This isn't something that Dan is doing just to pussyfoot around. I would like to just take my time in my elderly golden years and just retire and have nothing better to do. I tried that. Shit don't work. Every time I try that, it comes back and backfires on me. Look at my past videos if you can find them yet, if YouTube will let you. But I'm tired of trying to let the world catch up to me, and I'm tired of trying to let the world hold me down. You don't have the right to do that. DC doesn't have the right to do that. Moscow, Beijing, none of you. And if anybody thinks they have a right to because some stupid father of mine signed it over, you're out of your fucking ass. And that's when I can get nasty. And I will. Make no mistake about it. Look, America, look people, look President, look everybody, look Congress, look Supreme Court, look Council on Foreign Relations, look all you people. You do not own my soul. You never will, and you know it. And those of you who know who I am know why I'm here, and that's the reason why I've gotten to this point. And to this stage in my life. And I'm not about to let anybody down who's expecting this. And there are many that are. And many that are behind it yet mysteriously and still don't understand, but yet are starting to understand the forge of this steel. This is hot, folks. This didn't take me... I didn't just decide to get up yesterday morning and do this. This has been a process of my life for an awful lot of years. And I intend to make sure that it's known while I'm here with breath in me to do it. Now, nobody has a right to take that from me. No one. And there are treaties that our fathers have signed as well as some of those other stupid things that they've done in the past. Like I said before in past videos, that guarantee my right to do what I am doing. You can't take it from me. In other words, you just can't do it. You can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Go whack off first. You'll have better success at that. I'm sorry for those who might have heard that, but again, this video isn't designed to harm, harass, murder, mutilate, or maim anybody. It's just to get the point across. I'm done having you do it to me. Whether you do it to me through a freaking voting booth or whatever. There's a train in the distance. I don't know if you can hear it. Probably will hear that thing gets loud here in a minute. See if you can pick up any of that lightning out there in the distant horizon. There's a choo-choo train. There's some lightning. But this to me is lightning. That's why when I signed my name with the exclamation points between the whatever, the number, abbreviation number sign, that's the lightning strike. That means I mean business with what I'm saying. Just little codes that they know. When I say they, I'm talking about the people who think they get to handle everybody. And they know that they've got their eyes on me too. Just like they've got their eyes on you, Rexo. Nanu, nanu. Whatever. But that's the reality. They're in us, they're through us. No matter what you think, what you don't know, it just doesn't matter. I don't care. This stuff is just way beyond the compel or the design in me and the pale for the design in me to fight with anybody about it. There's just too much truth out there, and you do your own research. I'm not doing research for other people. I had to find it. I've got my files. You dig it out. You go find your own. Or go chase people that just chase stuff to put stuff out. That's fine. Go do that too. Do whatever you like to do. I've got no problem with that. Those people need to eat too. And I feed many of those people and have fed many of those people in my days and still feed them. So that's just not my gig. My gig is to be a little hotter than that. That's how I can afford to feed those people. Because I have more fuel to give out. And that's what this trip to DC is about. So this is what this is to set up about. It's setting up again, like I said, about those principles and those viaducts, aqueducts, load transfer, quarter containments for energies and sources for what I have left to give the world are all being put together into a coalition and a culmination of an energy effort or a magnetic attraction to get the world to understand one thing that I'd like to get the world to see. I'd like to get the world to see, get the whole world to live in harmony. I mean, that's what I grew up with. That's my generation, what's left of us. And make this my attempt at saying, hey guys, I might have missed your golden opportunities at high school graduation, college graduation, your normal life that everybody got to live. And I thought for a lot of time in my life that, geez, I really wished I could have lived it. I did live it. I had my own family and stuff for many years, and all that stuff. But it just wasn't supposed to be. That wasn't my destiny, and I knew it. And tried to reconcile it with people for a lot of years until I got to the point where I didn't care if I reconciled with them or not. Now I still don't care that I reconciled with them because none of them were there to help me to get through it, because none of them knew the truth, because I never told them the truth until it was too late. I'm not going to tell anybody the things that I had to go through while I was going through my life. It's like I made my bed and I laid in it. So that's how I dealt with it. And then what happened, and it is what it is. And what was is what was. A fractured creation. Oh well, whatever. It ended up that way. So what? It was never supposed to begin. I didn't want it, but that's how it ended up. And that's how I ended it up. So when things are put in my life that caused me to start something that I didn't start and I never wanted and I never intended to start or ever would start, I will finish it. And it's 61 in my life and it's heading on to 62 here quick. I'll finish it. Make no mistake about it. I'm not afraid of America. I damn sure wasn't afraid of your school system. I wasn't afraid of your churches. I'm not puking on your churches. I'm puking damn near on your legal system right now. I mean, you got, the boys are over there lighting off the fireworks right next to me here. That's cool. That Tom Fenton there and the Judicial Watch trying to help good people take care of people that need to be taken care of and put this thing together. But I'll tell you, that's just another way I fight this. I fight it in many, many ways. And a lot of us do. A lot of us who have been sent here to fight it in many ways have the availability to do so. And I have plenty of availability to fight this thing on many angles. And one way I intend to fight it is to take it to DC. This is going to be my initial launch, like I said. It gets back to my point now. Whoa, nice. Keep going, boys. And here we go. They're get ready to set up here. Big holiday here tomorrow, whatnot. And I think that I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful that I have this life to live with this much energy at my age, and this much stamina and determination and fortitude and forthwith righteousness in me to be able to get the world to look at some common sense and say, look, boys and girls, we need to kill ourselves to prove that we're Muslim or Christian or Hindu or Baptist or Christian or whatever. It's just nuts. Let's just put them all up there and let's just have one big dog day, afternoon, month, or however long it takes, and have one big global agreeable summit, have a big old party, and just have a month of activities and just have a global deity of the gods Olympics and call it a day. And if none of them show up, you know the story. I got the necklace ready to go. And put this stuff in the containment where it belongs, because look, I can take out my trash on a weekly basis, do my routines, everything just clockwork, week by week by week, and it will go that way as long as nobody steps in there and does something crazy, or unless there's some kind of maintenance issue, that I'll have to deal with. Other than that, this place runs like clockwork. And that's what I created, and I still have time to do all the rest that I do in my life because it's just set up to be clockwork. And if I have to let it in the hands of somebody else, I can trust a few people to take care of it. And especially if I leave my queen of the castle to guard it when I'm gone. So, I mean, it doesn't take long to reconcile a life when it was dealt with you in the way life was dealt to me and put on me, and for many years transpired what it did. And then I had to get through it. Well, look, don't expect me to not have a little stain on my brain or a little angst in my wangst about just how I had to learn and go through life. I mean, I'm sorry, the big D just had to go through life kind of funny, you know what I mean? I just had to go through life with different eyes. I mean, it was just a different experience. That's all I can tell you. It was just a different experience. Really different. That's all I can tell you. And it just gets better. And I like this. And I like this format. And I'm very grateful that I'm here with the ability to do this. And the function to do this, the passion, and all that, and the time, and the wherewithal. Nice. Because nobody else seems to have it, or the ability to, or the know-how. And I've been set to do this. I mean, that's the reason why I stopped chasing money all those years ago. Seemed like the more money I chased, the more dizzier I got chasing it. Yeah, I made more money, but then it just kind of fell through my hands even easier. And now I don't chase money. I chase a purpose. I chase that which I was created, and I feel that I was purposed here to be, which is what I think we all should do. And I have a way to be able to do it. I have a complete layout of the plan from the time of conception, if desired, if you desire it, all the way through to life at the very end day. And there's many a mass entertainment out there who has the ability to be able to do that and clone you and make you out whatever you want to be and have a program life for you to do everything you want to do. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about living real life to be able to change others so they don't need to go out and crazy chain themselves to something that could potentially ruin themselves or their lives or somebody else, or or cause inevitable chaos for more and more people, because if we're not careful, AI could do that. So give me just a sec. How do we avoid the train wreck? Well, that's what I've been thinking about and pondering about and getting these downloads about now for years. And yeah, I can be downright goofy, funny, crazy. People look at me and say, "Dan, you are one nutty son of a bitch," whatever, Yeah, but I was. I mean, I am. I am a son of a, witch. But a son of a generational of witches. Generations of witches. But be that as it may, I was gifted with light. What am I supposed to do with it? Put it in the darkness somewhere? Or bring it out the best I can, however I can. Every way that I can. Every way that I can. Any which way I can. The best I can. The best I possibly can. That's all I can do. Just like any of us. E.T. phone home, whatever. And what, am I any different than anybody else? It's strange. It does things strangely. Whatever. I'm sitting here tonight. I watched like 3 or 4, about 70,000, maybe, whatever feet, that are just after, I don't know, I know they're They've replaced the LEOs, the low Earth orbit satellites now, with whatever they are. I forget what they're called. They're an elevated elevation satellite now, and they're much faster. But these things are not those satellites. Those satellites can move fast, but these things are not moving like those satellites. Those satellites move constantly faster than the older LEOs, but these are not those. These are things that are streaking. I mean, some of these things literally have trails on them for some of their light flashes, some of their exposure, and then sometimes it's just a quick bleep. It's really crazy. But anyhow, there's just too many. I don't even have to validate or prove with the words that I say anymore. So that's the reason why there's plenty of words to speak. If you just know to speak them, you don't have to think about words to say. They're already here. All the books are open. I gave that prophecy, or if you want to call it a prophecy, a long time ago. The year that I moved up here to this house to build it and finish it that spring. But be that as it may, what's done is done. And I'm here now. And like I said, I'm right here in Bible Belt, USA. And he birthed me out of something that he birthed me into. And I've learned a lesson through the belly of the whale experience for 13 of the last 18 years. And now for the last 4, I've been took like 2 years to really get used to the horse. Took me a year to really want to get on it. Another year to get used to it. And now we're riding together. I didn't just get on that thing and steed. And, I did it first. I tried to get on it and rode that buck and everything else and rode it till it rode into the ground and then it broke it. Out here in the backyard one day, September, 4 years ago, when I tried this Elijah moment the first time. People looked at it like I was nuts or crazy, whatever. No, you just didn't understand. It was just just like when, you go to a play. How long does it take to, to a group of people can get together to put a play act, a stage act on there so people can look at it? It's just like that. It was just a test. It didn't hurt me a bit. A lot of people thought I was nuts. Whatever. Okay, fine. I'm living to fight another day, and that moment continues to keep coming back. It's just deja vu, folks, all over again. So, deja vu's my sister. One of many. So, again, this is just my Sunday night week ramble. The Big D down on his screened-in, beautiful patio had done last year. No bugs biting me. Nice and cool. Let me go over here and turn my fan off. Hold on just a second. There's a train in the whistle. There's the fireworks over there. The boys are in the field next door to me. You boys behave yourself over there. And just having a good old time. But yeah, we're out here doing a YouTube video on the back of Big D's porch. And our Sunday night ramble. Sunday night funnies. No big deal, and I want this to be something that is evident in my life. So this is how I'm starting this. This is where I'm going with it. Headed to D.C. to the Moore rally. Up there with Doug DeCote and Tommy Gunn and whoever else and the rest of them. I don't know what I'm getting into. I'm just going. Where else would a patriot warrior be? So, like I said, that's the launch of this. I'm just doing these recordings in consecutive order now as I prepare this week. There'll be a couple of recording drops every week this week if you're catching along. This will be the first one for Sunday, September 2nd, again, 2018, Big D. And again, the purpose of this video is to not harass, murder, maim, or mutilate anybody. Just to get the point across. And y'all can do whatever you want to with this. Make any amount of money. You can take anything that you want off of this. It's your YouTube will let you. Big D hopes you can make any kind of money off of it you want. If you want to take anything I do and make money off of it. Don't matter to me a bit. as long as it ain't the skin off my ass, the clothes out of my back, or the wife out of my bed, or my dog, or my money. You can take whatever you want off of this. And so that's how I'll wrap this up as I end this night, Sunday night. Beautiful night, evening. And I got Mars up there. I don't think you can see it, but it's right there. And I'm going to just go ahead and sit here and listen to a few more videos, keep studying, research, and keep working on my week as I plan my trip north now. So Big D loves everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a nice weekend. I hope you're going to have a nice holiday weekend this weekend, and a nice holiday tomorrow, and over the 4th, and taking into consideration being careful as you party if your liberation doesn't spill out into somebody's need for subluxation, as chiropractics goes, or having a funeral. Let's be careful out there. Let's enjoy life, folks. Let's try to do the best you can to go to sleep tonight thinking that you've done everything for somebody, so that you can get a good night and you can pay it forward every day. Big D loves you. Hugs from the Big D. Everybody take care. And this is the Big D from Tennessee, and we're out.